With update 37, our buddy, the 4th tier boat, has been buffed. So to test how great these buffs are, we're going to be doing something I haven't done in a while, a 2 Megapops challenge with the 4th path boat, meaning that we cannot go to the 5th tier, and we're going to see if we can get 2 million pops with just the 4th tier aircraft carrier. Now, what's cool about the 2 Megapops challenge is we get to use his other friends, so we can use Geraldo's fire if we needed it, but I don't think we should. And we can also use like an alchemist or an overclock. We just got to make sure the main towers are out of the way. Now, this is a huge feat to go on, even with 5th tier, so a 4th tier might be a little difficult. But what has happened is now this guy on the 3rd tier, instead of shooting like crazy darts or whatever it is, it's grapes now. But the grapes have been like decreased of how many grapes go out, but yet they're faster on the 4th tier. A bunch of stuff, I'll put it up right now. And in my head, I think it's a lot better because now those planes are shooting grapes instead of darts, and they pop lead because they're fire grapes. And once you get them like overclocked and homeland defense, everything, those things are flying out there faster than you can ever see anyway. So they are killing it, popping all these balloons. So let's grab our grape shot here. For instance, the 410 aircraft carrier plane grape projectile speed goes from 100 to 200. So it's doubling it. And it goes from a dart to hot grape. And the radial damage goes from 1 to 2. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but it does say that the radial has gone from like 180 to 90, so it's like more of a narrow shot with those planes, which would sound awesome on any other given day. But the thing that kind of concerns me is the fact that like the planes already miss on their own as it was, but now they're kind of like just shooting in one spot. So they should be good. They should be good to go. We should be able to take this out no problem. And we got our boy Jerry and his cool little donkey, because that's going to make us see camo early. Actually, I don't know. Will we see camo early on? Should we have gone with Jerry first? I don't actually know. When do we get his camo? I don't use this guy enough. Oh, we already got it. There we go. Round 15. So not a big deal. But the big thing with like the aircraft carrier, the 4th path, whatever, it's just not that great against DDTs, or at least it wasn't, because it's darts out of those planes that came out of the boat couldn't pop lead. So you'd have to have like an MIB, which costs a lot of money. Well, now that they're like fire grapes, they will pop the DDTs. They just need to see camo, which is huge news to me. And it's going to be awesome. It's just going to shred through all the rounds that we could never shred before. I mean, you could argue that the top path boat was one of the best 5th tiers as it was, but now it should be even better, I'm guessing. Now, with just this simple little upgrade for $215, this guy can see camo until we get a village, and we don't need a village for a long time because the destroyer can carry us. He pops lead, he does everything. And then oddly enough, because this guy shoots grapes and darts, you can still sharpen him up to make him even stronger if you wanted to. But I'm going to try to save every dime that I can going through here, just because I don't know what I'm going to buy yet. I kind of want a homeland because it's going to make things wild. But then if I can, I'm going to try to get a Perma-brew. But then if you buy a Perma-brew, you have to buy a Chinook to get the Perma-brew out of the way. Otherwise, he's going to still get a lot of pops. This has a lot going into it because I didn't even mention, if you've never done a 2 Megapops challenge before, how it works is that you have to get 2 million pops. And it gives you an achievement actually if you do this. You get 2 million pops with 1 tower, meaning that you have to get 2 million pops with 1 tower. Well, in a Chimps game, you have about 2,040,000 pops or so. So you have to make sure that no other towers get a maximum amount of pops. So like, for instance, if you had your glue gunner and you had him as a bottom path to slow all the Moabs down, but then you accidentally got super glue, you're going to start damaging them, and then you're going to get 40,000 pops and you're going to lose it. So we just have to pick towers that don't really mess with us. So like if we put a little guy down here to get overclock, his range will be in the way, but not that big of a deal. And I just realized you can't even see the cool donkey with my big old head in the way. So I'll move up here for a little bit so you can watch the donkey. We call it a donkey, a burro, I don't even know. Now I know eventually we're gonna have to get a village. Look how fast those go. So that is definitely way better. I think it is, right? Oh, I wish I could test that. But I think what we're gonna do, instead of buying 215, because we're just gonna waste that money, I don't wanna do that. So I'll just grab this one now. Yeah, let's just do that before we get the big one, because I think we can take down everything that comes at us. But you let me know below, but I think this is a huge buff, and I think this is going to make a big difference, because now this thing is blowing flaming things. So now it has damage over time. It's destroying them on contact as it is, and there's tons of them flying out super, super fast. This is insane. Because another thing it's done is it has increased the speed of it to where the grape attacks matching increase to the regular attack. So I guess beforehand it wasn't faster, so, or as fast. So it'd be like grapes every other one or whatever. But now it's just like super crazy fast and we're killing it. Now it looks like because we don't have the sharp darts, we're not doing anything to this Moab. That's actually kind of scary. So we do need to have that destroyer. I should have put sharp on or something, huh? Is that what you need to do here? Oh my goodness. See right there. I had no idea. Pickle juice and sharpness on this guy. If that doesn't work, then we can't even, these grape shots are silly. So it is the aircraft carrier. So once you get this guy, it's not that good. You need the aircraft carrier just to be safe. We can say that was user error because I went with the village first and I shouldn't have. Now that I have the aircraft carrier, there is a 100% million guarantee that we will take down that Moab because we have these little things shooting out rockets now. But it's not as easy as I thought. What's he not doing? Oh my goodness. I have 2,000% Moab health because I left it on the thing. 2,000% Moab health. So apparently I have memory loss. I had it on 2,000% Moab health, and I was wondering why this guy couldn't take down a Moab, even with the planes, and that is why. It's all my fault. But we now have the aircraft carrier if we want it, but what I think we should do is get the camo first so we don't have to keep spending money on the camo. Oh, we almost have it anyway. And once we have this guy, I think things should speed up. We should be able to get through this better and faster. And as you can see, they are shooting the purple grapes now with the fire. And on top of that, they're not shooting it everywhere. They're only shooting where they're shooting, like in front of them, which is nice. But then I'm kind of nervous about it because I'm like, they kind of miss a lot, right? I know I mess some things up sometimes, but when I was reading those new patch notes, it looks like this is a huge buff. So to see that thing going so bad against the mobs, I'm like, there has to be something wrong here. But now, as expected, this thing is pure greatness. It's shredding everything before it even gets in front of the little boat guy here. And I think this is going to carry what? To like ZOMGs with no problem? I do see this round causing us some struggle, but just to think that we're at $58,000 with a 4th tier boat just because he's shooting out these purple grapes like a madman is crazy. And it looks like we'll actually be able to take this down. Now, Logs is the longest map in the game. It is. But that doesn't make it any easier when we're trying to get 2 million pops, the 4th tier. Well, I guess it does make it easier. But are we going to beat this one? Yes, we will. Okay, this is the one I was concerned about. I'm not sure we can actually take this one out without any like, okay, too much regrow for sure. We're going to have to think our way through this one. Now, I know we can use the fire, but we can't use genies, right? Because then that like takes away, it would be the genie getting pops and not our boat. I think that's how that works, right? And what about this one? Would that be like a bunch of pops? I'm a little nervous about that too. So what we need to do here, Perma-brew is too much for us. That's not going to work. We can try a glue, but if we go with the glue that I want to get, which is this one, I don't think it's going to actually help, but it's worth a shot, right? And we can go glue splatter like that. I think that could do something maybe. Maybe, actually. And he still doesn't do damage, which is nice. Can you get him? Oh, wow, you're still so good, but we're still starting a regrow. I think we could just get fire, but again, I don't want to do that. We don't need to do that. Okay, it's probably a silly play, but I'm going to get this one first. Oh, no. Don't be putting glue on the track or whatever the heck you do. So this one is going to be a little too late, I feel like. Yeah, it's too late to the party, honestly. But, I mean, we'll see if it does anything. It is working. It just, we should have gotten it on 75. So the fact that I didn't do that is kind of bad. Same with the Homeland Defense, right? If we get that one. Oof, that's not good. Call to arms, whatever it's called. We might have to go with the flame just because I wasn't paying attention. Okay, we good? We good? Oh my gosh, yes. I'll take it. That's not what I wanted to go with right away, but I think we can make it work. I was hoping for my ultimate idea would be a Perma-brew and this guy here, because this is going to have 100% uptime and we don't have to get rid of it. Like this one's only going to be every so often we can use because, you know, it has a cooldown. Just to be safe here, let's blast this ability just to see. I think he can do it on his own maybe because it's not regrows this time. He's just having struggles with the regrows because they can't like focus all their fire. Here's our first ZOMG with the new and improved 4th tier, buffed up, great popping, shotting, plane boat thingies, and they're doing pretty well. Now this is a normal map. It'd probably have lost already, but I'm not using any abilities or anything like that. We do have enough to buy a Homeland Defense, which I don't know if you guys know. Let me know below if you knew this. Ability now increases attack speed and pops by 100%. 100%? That is insane. I feel like most people knew that, but I didn't know that for some reason. So we're going to use this one right now, the Call to Arms, because what does Call to Arms do? 50 plus attack speed and pop. So if we use Homeland, you're pretty much just guaranteeing victory. That is insane, dude. That is so crazy. But we do need to do something here. I really wanted a Perma-brew, but again, you have to buy a Perma-brew and a Chinook. But we're going to need something because we have to keep fighting these ZOMGs. I'm just trying to think of like what the best plan of attack would be here. A Homeland would be great, but then so would just an Overclock would be great. Let's start with an overclock first, just because it's going to be cheaper. And then we could either get the homeland or save up even more to see if we can grab a perma-brew, which is what I kind of want. So I'm going to move this over here. We're going to use our ability when we get it, because I think like it is 100% uptime since it is a 4th tier. So we can just keep this going forever. Now, I also don't know, does it affect the planes or does it just affect the boat? That could be something that's not really going to help us. And it really didn't do anything. So we're going to have to use this. Let's just do homeland. I don't care anymore. We're homelanding it. So now let's do it. Let's just shoot this thing and go crazy. Yes, okay, even if it is just the 4th tier boat part, like those grapes are going bananas, or grapes, and it's making this thing kind of just unbelievably crazy. So now what else can we buff it up with? We can't use a regular alchemist because he's gonna get pops. That's not gonna work. Oh, duh, we can use this guy. That's what we plan to do from the beginning anyway. This guy will help a lot. Because honestly, just at the end, we're just getting more pops. That's what we're looking for, like more pops from this guy. And he's letting him do that. He's slowing everything down and we just go bloop and then everything's gone. Just completely vamoosed because Homeland's crazy. So I am constantly having to use Homeland now. This guy's dying out a little bit on me. So I did get this glue gunner, which also does not get pops because the ceramics were just causing us a lot of mayhem. So now every time those things pop, this guy can get those things down. At least they're glued for a while longer. Then when they come back around, we slow them down again and we can pop everything. It'd be better to have them over here, but then we wouldn't get all that camo range. So I guess I could have put him here, huh? Oh well, great spot. I think it's a great spot. Now, the other things I'm thinking we can use probably are a ninja middle path if we keep him off the track. Because again, just slow everything down so this guy can attack. I don't know if I really want to go with an overclock, and my dreams of getting the perma-brew are completely gone. They're vamoose. And I should have thought of this like a little sooner, and we probably should have used like, you know, this for more range and some glue to slow things down and maybe a fire, and then we could have probably gotten the perma-brew, but at the same time, I don't care. As long as we get through it, that's what we're looking for, and we're gonna have 2 million pops with this ugly little boat. And the reason I call him ugly is because I love this guy. I like the regular one. He's so cool with his little gold tooth, and he's just on that little boat. It was my favorite tower back in BTD5. He just looks so happy, and I think it's because I like boats, grew up on boats, and just the idea of a boat and a monkey that pops balloons is great. It's great. So here's 3 ZOMGs that we should be able to take down pretty easily, I would imagine. And I still just wish I knew what this would do. Like, if I got him overclocked, is it gonna overclock just the boat or like the planes too? Because if it does the planes, then we're golden, right? One thing that has always just blown my mind about 2 Megapops in this game in general is that we only have 800,000 pops on this tower, and he's the only one getting pops besides Jerry's 16 pops. Meaning that more than half of the pops are going to be done in the last 10 rounds, or last 8 rounds probably after this one. That is insane to me. Which would also mean that you're getting more than half the money that you get in this last round. Is that true too? I think that's what that means, which is just pure insanity. I think it is time now to get this guy up though, because we do need it, I believe. And now the problem is though, he's gonna start getting pops because his range is kind of silly, but it should only be like a few dozen maybe, and that shouldn't be that big of a deal. So we should be okay. And then if I put this guy here, how about, where should I put this guy actually? Well, here, because we shouldn't even be getting down this far. So I'll put him here and hope that it's not like a lot of range. And then we'll grab our overclock because we have that now. And I'm hoping we don't have to use homeland if we use the overclock, and we don't have to like, that's our worst case scenario tower. And here's why this new buff is great. It's for the DDTs. We normally could not take out DDTs unless we had, well, we would have the homeland, so I guess that would work too. But it's better because now they pop leads themselves with their purple flamey stuff and this damage over time. It's just everything that you could ask for in a buffed tower. And I love this guy, and we're actually going to do it. And we're not even really using Jerry. We just use his camo in the beginning. I don't think we're going to need even his chili peppers. And if that's the case, this guy's a beast. I love this tower. And if we wanted to, we could upgrade it for 30 grand to the other one, and we'd never see another painstakingly round again. It would just do everything. Just, hold on, get out of the way. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? I think this overclock's only affecting this boat, to be honest, because if it wasn't, it would be doing a lot better than it would be doing. Now, what I am going to do here, because my dreams of getting a perma-brew are probably like never going to happen. I have $11,000 on 94. I am going to get another slowdown because I think we might need it on 95 or even this round because it's getting overwhelming. And another thing I noticed was that we're kind of getting a lot of pops with this guy, like a lot of pops. But it shouldn't be 40,000 a lot of pops, so we should still be okay in defeating this challenge. Now, I am going to slow these things down because things are getting out of hand, but we have 2 of them now, which is great. And those ZOMGs are what's doing it for me. They're killing us. And what it is, it's the planes. It's always the planes. If they don't just fly directly over top of these things, you're done for, just straight done for. And I hope we can get our homeland back before 95. I think we should be able to. And then I'm thinking, like, what else could we buy here? Should we just buy like another bottom path glue and put him over here? Should we get this guy with glue splatter? Because we do have a lot of money. I'm going to slow these things down now. I don't want to even mess with this stuff. Just take them all out right now, and that should be fine. And then once this guy is like done using his ability, we'll use another one. Okay, let's drop another one here. I think we should be okay. I really do. We still have our homeland. It lasts for seemingly forever. Oh no, it's giving out at the end. We're falling apart at the end. I feel like I need a third ninja. Are you serious? A third one? Homeland, get those last ones. Get those last ones. Why are you gonna let the one go through? Another one, I guess. We'll just fight with 2 of these guys. That's fine. Whatever it takes. We just got to get through this. We're going to have 3 ninjas. That's fine. And then I'm thinking another glue gunner, but I just need to see where they land. Because I think right here would be a good spot. But they're camo, so it would kind of do us absolutely no good. I'm going to grab another little guy here. We should be okay. Oh, all I had to do was stall on that one and we'd be fine. Oh my gosh, that's my fault, I guess. That's my fault. I didn't even need the third one. That's fine. I don't care. Let's just use it. Homeland defense this thing. We're done. 96. Here we come. Same rinse and repeat recipe. I'm just going to keep dropping these little slow guys, though. I think they help out a lot because we are just getting pummeled and overwhelmed with too much stuff going on. So I'm wondering, like, would another glue gunner help? I don't know where I'd put him, though. And what's going on is he's just not focusing where he needs to be. Should be on these ones right there. But he's over here flying around in the corner, popping whatever he can. We're going to homeland again here and hope that helps. And then slow it down again because we ran out of the other slowdown. And then we should have another one ready. We'll have the overclock. Get these ones right there. Why are you going to let a pink balloon go through? I think 3 is enough to have endless though, right? It should be anyway. Let's see. This is my second one. It was like right after it stopped. And then I'm going to use my third one. And I don't think it's going to be endless. That's not good. That's not good at all. So we just have to keep on trucking with it. Yeah, we're going to lose it like right at the wrong time. But it's only a couple seconds, like 20. I think we're okay. Lose another one. This time is okay. We are heavily using abilities, and that's what's scary to me. If this is how bad 97 is going to be, imagine 100 with the bad. That's going to be insane. We're only getting this one because they're slow, thank God. So we're just going to keep on attacking them and hope that they don't ever pop open. They just disintegrate down to nothing. And what are we going to use for another tower here? We got to slow this stuff down. I'm getting so overwhelmed here. There's a lot going on. And I think all we can really do is use the flames. Just one flame and hope that it's enough to like take down the rest of the game, because 98 is going to be pure and utter chaos. And here it is. I'm wondering what the best practice would be. It's kind of going to be like, should we pop this first? Should we pop that first? Just to make sure not everything just like leaks through at the last second. I think this glue gunner is definitely going to help a lot. We need to just like slow this stuff down and just keep using homelands over and over and over. You know, it'd been nice, another like a call to arms. So we have just 2 and we can just counteract them over and over and over. That would be pretty awesome. I didn't really think that one through. But so far, so good. If we can just keep it down to these only ZOMGs, we should be okay. And it's getting too overwhelming. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop my fire and see if that helps at all. And it didn't. So we're going to do fire first this time. We're going to sharpen him too, see if that helps at all. No way. Are we really just going to shred through everything just with what we've given it? I'll take it. Jeez, Jerry, you're too strong. And then with Homeland, it's just not even a contest. It's just done. Game over. That is so wicked. Can we do this one? Let's just slow it down. What does it matter anymore? We're there. We just got to pop 100. What are we going to do? We have $20,000. How can we make ourselves super strong? And just to make sure, Jerry has 1,700 and this guy has 7,000. So we're nowhere near the 4,000 mark. We are good to go. And I guess we just keep homelanding and doing all this stuff, and we should take this guy down, hopefully. And with this little tail bandage on, we are almost there. There's the 2 million pops. We hit the 2 Megapops. That's what we're talking about. We're definitely going to take this guy down. I'm going to wait till it pops open, actually, I think. Or maybe just do it now. Just do it now. And then go like this. Slow it down. Oh my gosh, we might actually do this. And we can just slow him down 2 more times. We shouldn't have a problem. Slow it down some more. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Don't die, don't die. Okay. Dude, watch us die. Watch us die right now. Okay, we did it. We did it. We did it. 0, 0, 0, 700, 300, so only 1,000. Let's say 2,000, 4,000, and 8,000 would be 10,000 pops. Well above it. We hit 2 million with this guy. 2,040,000, so that would mean 2,050,000. Either way, this new buff is awesome. It tore through this whole thing. I can't wait to use it more. Probably on like Flooded Valley where that map's just pure awful. This guy will help out a lot. And if you enjoyed that, then I know you'll love this video where we dive into the best game mode that has ever been entered into Bloons TD6, Boss Party Mode. You're gonna love it.